Joining me today is Jarrin Taul. Coach Taul grew up in Ripley, Ohio, played college basketball at Wilmington College, earned his master's degree at Ohio's University while serving as a manager for the Bobcats basketball program. Coached prep basketball at TNG Prep and Believe Prep, and has coached collegiately at Rio Grande, Asbury University, and Tennessee Wesleyan. He's also the founder of Next Level High IQ Camp, and he's helping young players develop not only their skills, but also the basketball IQ needed to compete at the highest levels. Now he's bringing all that experience to UPIKE basketball. Coach, welcome to the Pure Prospects podcast.
Uh, hey man, appreciate you for having me. We've been trying to set it up for like a couple of weeks now, so I'm grateful to be on here. Appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. You just announced that you're going to be at UPIKE today, so big
Yeah,
news, in the NIAA world. Man, tell everyone about you, like growing up in Ripley, Ohio.
yeah. So Ripley, Ohio is just this small little town right on the river, right across the river, Maysville, Kentucky, an hour away from Cincinnati, hour away from Lexington, Kentucky. We're two from Louisville, two from Columbus. We're right in the middle of everything, and you wouldn't know it, but here, like basketball pride is just huge, and like we were always good. We were always good when I was growing up. My cousins played. The you had an interview with my cousin last week, Jason Thompson.
Yeah,
That's my first cousin. So it was just huge around here. A lot of basketball. Mason County. So I was just always just growing up, and I was playing over here. I was playing over there, and I just loved it, man. And Ripley is just a small community, but but it's home, and like it'll always be home, and like I love it. It has a lot of history here. In the summertime, it's dope because it's right on the river. So cool place to be.
man, that's awesome. So you're pretty much in Kentucky, but just across the river, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What made you fall in love
Uh,
with the game of basketball?
Man, so my family is just very huge in it, and like when I was growing up, I just always had a basketball, and like I could always dribble. I was always fast, and like um, because I love competition. I love what it did for you. I loved the friends that you make from it. And just experience, man. Like there's so many life lessons that you get through basketball, through sports in general, I would say, but specifically basketball, it's just dope. So,
Yeah, who influenced you the most, like growing up playing ball?
um, I would say my cousin Jason, he was really good around here. Chris Lofton, of course. Got Darius Miller. That's my dogs, my people. I appreciate them. And then I was an Allen Iverson fan when I was growing up. I was an Allen Iverson fan. I was a Kobe Bryant fan. And I remember when I was in elementary school, I used to have little finger sleeves like AI used to have and stuff, man.
Yeah.
And like I just fell in love with it. And like it just became peaceful to me.
So you're coaching now. Is that something you've always envisioned, being a coach?
To be honest, no, I didn't really know. So funny story. So I was going into my senior year, and like I had of college, and like I could have worked for the Reds. Anthony Munoz, he loves me, so like he helps me, such like with jobs and stuff, like when he can. Like I was going to go work for the Reds like after college, but but those previous summers I was working basketball camp some, and like I just started loving it. But like I stutter too, so stuttering, I was like, I don't know if I'm confident enough to be able to just project those messages and stuff at first. So like I figured it out. My first job, which is TNG Prep with Donnie Tyndall and Randy Casey. So it's my first year. I would say I was a horrible coach, and I would say I was young, and I was just nervous, and like I just didn't know who I was yet. That next year I started to find myself, and like I told you before, before we went live, like player development was always like my niche, and like I just locked onto it, and then everything expanded from there.
Yeah, that's awesome. You played D3 basketball. What kind of player were you in high school?
I was pretty good. Uh, to be honest, I how can I put this? I lost my confidence a little bit in high school but I was still good. Um, I just lost my confidence. I lost I lost my mom at 15. It really changed my mental a little
Oh,
bit. Like I was still good, but like it was just a lot. It's just a lot going on. But because but I was I was still pretty good though. Oh, I probably averaged about 7 and just about 9 assists. I was top uh, I was top 10 in assists in the city, like throughout Cincinnati and stuff my senior year. So pretty solid.
so your high school career kind of breaks the myth that a lot of people think you need to score 20 a game to play college basketball.
Yeah, definitely does. Definitely does. I mean, that breaks the myth, and plus I'm only 5'7", so so it definitely was interesting. You got to figure a lot of stuff out when you're 5'7". So
Yeah, you're 5'7", and you're only score 7 a game, but it
yeah.
just shows that you don't have to be the scorer. What made you realize that coaching was your calling? You were working in player development, but what made you like realize that coaching was something you wanted to do?
Um, man, just like I said, I lost confidence throughout throughout my little time of playing and stuff, and I was just like, to be honest, I don't think there's enough coaches who preach confidence to kids and the players. And I think confidence is everything. And like you gotta beat them down, but you gotta build them back up too. Oh, and just when you build them down, you gotta build them back up. Just with understanding and patience at the same time. And I think this world that we're in, and like I get it, it's a show me right now. But like because but I felt because but I feel like if I get 6 to 9 months with a kid, that I feel like they're gonna get better. That they're gonna be a better person, and that's what I'm in it for. I just I love uh, I love the relationships part of it. Watching these guys become parents, but become just in their careers, whatever they want to do, whatever it is. Like I love that little impact that you leave with people, and my phone has been buzzing today with just like my former players and just saying congratulations. They're proud of me. They love me, and that's when I know I'm doing something right. So I'm thankful.
Yeah, man, confidence is key at no matter what age you are, but especially as a teenager, man, like,
Yeah, for sure.
you lose your confidence, like your mental health, like, a
It's
lot of
different.
kids quit the game because of confidence, and coaches like you and coaches that help build kids back up, man. It's more than just basketball. So, hats off to you.
Extremely. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
you in
I
high
appreciate
school,
that.
you're 5'7", you're
Yeah.
averaging what, 7 points, 9 assists. So
Yeah.
why Wilmington College?
Um, so Wilmington was on me the most. They came to the most stuff. Charleston, they wanted me to, but I didn't really know. I didn't really know that coaching staff. I went to their elite camp. I played well. They came to a game. They came to a game or two. But like I didn't really know them, just like I knew Wilmington. And you know, like to be honest, just like at Wilmington, I struggled my first couple years there too. Like just adjusting to the misconception is that it's only Division 1 or whatever, right? That's what everybody thinks. Every level can play, and to the judge when I got to Wilmington, I was like, man, these dudes are better than me. I got to figure this out. So it was a lot. But you figure it out that you got to put your head down and you work, or you complain and nothing changes. So that's your two choices.
Yeah, everyone thinks that you have to chase the biggest logos, and if you don't play Division 1, you're really not that good. And
Man,
like for a player like you in Division 3, and now you're coaching at the NAIA level, like you're there with them every day. Like, can you talk about like the level of play at both of those levels?
but first off, I got to give credit to just Division 3 basketball. It's so good, and people, they really don't understand it. Like when I was at Wilmington, like we beat Miami, Ohio, my sophomore year, I think. Like so, so like the misconception of it, but yeah, man. I mean, NAIA basketball is just, it's a dog world. I guess you got Division 1 transfers, Division 2 transfers. You got freshmen who really are like Division 1 talent, but they just couldn't get there yet because the transfer portal and stuff. It's so much talent, man. Um, it's crazy sometimes because like you'll go from playing a team a team a team who has nobody over 6'7" to playing a team that has two guys at 7 feet, and like you just don't know, and like there's just it's just so much talent, man. And um it's fun to coach in, it's fun to play in. Just awesome to be a part of NAIA basketball. And I think kids, they need to go watch games. Kids and parents, they need to go watch games because it'll really change perspective.
What did you learn from playing D3 ball?
Academics, first off, I did my academics anyways, but academics come first. And to be honest, 97% of the world, it's still academics. Like I don't care how much money you're making, you're not going to have that job for the rest of your life. Like this basketball stuff is going to end, and what else do you have to you? So that's just so huge. And then really, because Division 3, they get less practice time than everybody too. So like you really got to be like those coaches at that level that are so excellent because everything is crammed. It's just crammed, and it's quick, and you gotta be ready. Uh, like they start practice October 15th or something like that. They started a little bit earlier now. Like they got like 7 days that they can start beforehand, but like it's like spread out. But when I played, practice was October 15th. You had a two a day. October 17th, your first game was November like 6th. So it was a quick turnaround.
So D3 basketball, can you talk about the grind of waking up, practice, travel? You guys are probably traveling in what, vans, or but like you're not chartered or anything. Like you guys are like a family experience. It's not like it's totally different. So can you talk about like the grind of like your first year of college basketball? You have
Yeah.
like school, you have practice, you have games, like you're traveling. How hard was that for you?
Um, it's totally different, but I'm gonna be honest. We chartered a bus everywhere. Like we had a bus everywhere we went, besides one game. So like the OAC where I was, it's one of the top 5 conferences in the country. So like it's pretty solid over there. But man, just like we talked about earlier, being consistent, man. Like just so your routine matters. Like you got to be fit. You got to be 15 minutes early to stuff. When when you got games, you got to let your professors know. You got to let them know too. The coach will, but you got to let them know. Like that's your job. That's your relationship to just uphold. And I just think it just. I mean, I just think it just taught me just how to be consistent every single day, and how to work, how to work when everything's not going your way. Like, how do you still show up every single day?
Yeah, so you're learning how to battle adversity.
Extremely.
How did your playing experience shape your coaching style today?
Just like I told you, like confidence. Um, I love my coaches. Like I love every single one of them, but because I just think like this. Like when we were growing up, it was a little bit tougher. Like you know what I'm saying? It was just a little bit tougher. Like coaching wise, it was just a little bit tougher, and and I was a part of that, and and like I just didn't realize how how much confidence meant back then. I thought I did, but like I really didn't. I really didn't understand it. And I think just confidence, just breaking confidence, making them believe, just showing them things. Just like I love confrontation. but because because of my confrontation is with the film. Like, okay, so that you thought that shot was good. Let's watch it on film. And whatever you saw, let's talk about it right now. Because, but I'm gonna talk about what I saw too. And usually, it's a good conversation. You know, it's there and they see it. But I just think that's a part of it. Like, you gotta have genuine relationships with guys. So even in the heat, even i- even in the heat of the moment, like they might be mad at you, but they're like, okay, I gotta listen to him. I respect him.
Most definitely. Looking back, in college, what advice would you give your college days? I mean, yeah, if you were looking back, what advice would you give yourself when you were back in college that what you know now?
Work a little bit harder. Don't make so many excuses when it's not going your way. Um, and that's about it. I felt like I was pretty consistent. I showed up. I could have been better at times, but but I made the most out of my experience. And just I'm thankful for it because like I wouldn't be the coach. I wouldn't be the person that just I am today without it. Everything shapes us.
After Wilmington, you attended Ohio University. How did that opportunity come about?
So so at the time, so my last 2 years at Wilmington College, our assistant coach was Matt Sylvester. Um, um, he played at Ohio State like back in '04 to '06 or something. And one of his former managers, he was the assistant coach at OU. They hooked me up. I got hooked up just with the graduate assistants. And then I just started working with them. I started traveling with them some. I'm still cool. Still cool with a lot of the coaches, a lot of the players. Some of my really good friends. You Trey Setti from Mason County was there because at that certain time I've known him my my whole life, so it was an easy transition for me. I learned a lot. I learned a lot. I figured out a lot, and like I figured out like that's what I really wanted to do when I was there. That's the program was excellent, and I just had an awesome experience.
For people that don't know, what were your responsibilities as a manager?
So I was cleaning up the floor, water bottles, the cool, so the water bottles. You're sweeping, all that stuff. You're passing, you're guarding at certain times. It just depends. I would play with them um, uh, from time to time too. Um, and I would just say, man, just very, very just well, well, just put together.
What did
And
working
like
is? Oh,
I
go
got
ahead.
to
I'm
watch
sorry I
film with them
interrupted you.
too. I forgot to mention that. I got to watch film with them, and like it really opened up my eyes, just like just what film means and like what it is, and like what are you really teaching, and just how quick you need to be because you can't take 15 minutes on one slide. It needs to be 2 to 3 minutes. Boom, you get your point across. You go.
So you played at the D3 level. What did working inside a D1 program like Ohio teach you?
Man, the resources. First off, the resources
Yeah.
is night and day. I mean, of course, their travel was just a lot different. I mean, because it was still a lot of buses. Don't get me wrong, because the Mac, they're they're all pretty similar to just each other. So you don't got to go forever away. But like those travel buses was like some of Kentucky's like travel buses and stuff like that at times. So with just sleepers and stuff. Um, so just so that and just the just athleticism. It's just a difference.
How much did or how much did that experience at Ohio prepare you for coaching?
You know what? In the time, I didn't really think a lot of it because, but afterwards, I was like, I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, but but I was still a manager. So like my voice really didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I think getting your voice, it elevates you every single year or whatever, because when you find your voice and like you're confident in it, like they're going to believe you and they're going to believe in you.
You got any memorable stories from your time there?
Um man,
What about your biggest win?
ah it was a fun year. It was a fun year that year. The, Miami, Ohio is just their rival. So just being to be there for just that game and just to see how passionate those fan bases were, well, I thought that was pretty awesome.
Then you moved on to prep basketball. You spent some time coaching at TNG Prep and Believe Prep.
Yeah.
What drew you to prep basketball?
Well, first off, just like I told you, I didn't really know what I wanted to do at that time. I was still figuring it out. I was going through it. My cousin Jason, he knew Donnie Tyndall, and he was starting this prep school. It was a it was a couple spots open. They hooked me up. Um, I met Randy Casey there, of course. So I worked with Randy Casey for 4 years total now, because I worked with him my first my first two prep years too. But just prep school, it's really crazy. It was even it was even it was even cooler back then to me, because it was talked about, but it wasn't as talked about as much. It wasn't as glorified as what it is now. So it was special kids. I coached a lot of talent at prep school. My my first year at T and G, like I told you earlier, I wasn't really confident. I didn't know who I was for real, because when I locked on to player development and like it just expanded everything, just like I said. And and it's been a blessing. At prep school, I'll move on to just believe prep. Because T&G was only for a year, and then we merged with believe prep. Tyson Waterman, who's just a UCF now assistant coach, and then Kevin Jackson from New York. That he coached guys like Ron Artest, Lamar Odom, and stuff like that. The Sham God. So like I've had a lot of cool experiences and stuff, just throughout prep school. Um, uh, but the talent level was crazy. Just like my second year in prep, we sent 60 guys to college. We sent
Whoa.
15 Division 1, and then we probably sent 10 Division 2, and then everybody else Division 3, JUCO, NAIA. But we sent Kyron Jones, who went to Georgetown and won, of course, because he's a winner. And then it was just a bunch of talent. It was just spread out, but it was an awesome experience, and that's really when I got my confidence, because when you're coaching good players, if you're not confident in what you're doing, they're gonna question you. So you really gotta be on top of it. So
Why do you think prep school is still a valuable option, for student athletes or some student athletes?
um, I think situations. I think sometimes it's exposure. I think sometimes it's location. Um, it's really good. I love that. I love prep school. Like I love it. I was a part of it. I coached against a lot of talent there. A lot of NBA guys that like I still get to watch today, and like I get to watch them, and I'm like, I coached against him. Like that's crazy. But because I just think it's valuable for, again, location, the talent. You're playing talent every single day. Now, one of my things, I don't think it's for everybody either. I don't think it's for everybody. I think I think sometimes we jump at it because it looks good instead of what's really good for them. But
You help coach players that eventually reach the NBA and the G League.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
separated those players from the other guys?
The work, the work, just wanting to get better, the details, appreciating the details. Like when a rep's not good enough, like they'll be like, that wasn't good enough. Like if they didn't switch a shot, that they'll do another one. Like like that's what it is. You gotta be insane about it a little bit, and you gotta like to work, and you gotta love it. And even when you don't feel like it, you still gotta show up. Uh, uh,
What kind of habits did you see out of those guys every day?
consistency, consistency,
Consistency.
dogs, just just dogs though, just being dogs. Like the like next play mentality. Like one of my favorite stories. I mean, J- Jason Preston. He's a tremendous story. He came to us. He didn't have no offers, nothing like that. He played on our C team, but he played on our A team too at the same time. So like but just watching his confidence grow, his story. He went to OU. They beat Virginia his sophomore year, I think. And then he got drafted by the Clippers. So awesome moment. Dexter Dennis. Um, he went to Wichita State his first 2 3 years, and then he was the defensive player of the year. Was one of the freshmen of the year, and then he finished out with the Aggies, uh, Texas A&M. And then Terry Roberts Jr. He ended up playing at at Georgia. He was their starting point guard his senior years. So just getting to go watch those guys play, and like I got a bunch of other names too, but those three, um, it was just it was just awesome to be a little part of it, and like that helps you at the same time too, because that lets you know like that you can do it like at a high level.
So it kind of gives you some validity, I think. And
Yeah,
the two words that I keep hearing from you are confidence and consistency.
yeah,
Like if you want to be successful, confidence and consistency, right?
yeah, yeah. And just
Um,
like I keep saying, so you show up when you don't feel like it. That's how you win the days.
what are some misconceptions that people have about prep school?
Um, hmm, mm. Net. Now I can't say this about every single program, but a lot of people think it's just a money game, and sometimes it is. But like a lot of those programs do excellent jobs, and like they change people's lives. Like I think that's the biggest one. And then another misconception is if I go prep, I'm going to get an offer. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah, most definitely. So developing players, that's what you really start out enjoying. You
Yeah,
know you coached, you managed division, Division 1, Division 3, NAIA. How do you approach player development?
just like I said earlier, relationships with them. I gotta build that first. Like when we're talking about reps, like like we gotta explain the when, the where, the why. When you explain that to them, and just when they start to understand that, they trust you, and everything else is easy. Everything else is easy after that. Uh, but but I think player development is huge. Just like I think being able to just develop kids and just kids, young man, whatever it is, and like being able to teach them, and then to be able for them to be like, okay, coach, I saw what you were talking about. Like like that's dope because it's a dope moment to where to where now that little moment is going to help everybody else trust you the next 25 games of the season.
That's awesome. During player development, what areas do you see most young players neglect the most?
Finishing. A lot of guys don't know how to finish. A lot of girls too. That they open their shoulders up instead of closing their shoulders, or they don't play off two enough, or just it's just a weak take. Decision making. That again, the when, the where, the why. Like when you train, you can't just train just with the cone on with the cone, and you're just making five moves at the cone. You got to make it. You got to make it real. You got to make it with a kick out. Boom. Okay, I'm setting up that little screen. I'm popping back to the basketball. Whatever it is, it's got to translate to what y'all do.
How important is basketball IQ today?
Huge, huge, and I don't think we have enough of it, and I don't think we teach enough of it. I think we complain about it, but we don't teach it enough.
Yeah, especially with the game today. Like
Yeah,
if you don't with spacing and everything, I think
it's different,
IQ is yeah, it's totally different. What's one drill or habit that every young player should practice consistently?
man. No, I'll tell everybody ball handling, and you don't have to be crazy at it, but but 10 minutes a day will change your life, like literally. And I'll tell everybody this, like even if you're a five, I'm not saying let's catch it, let's ISO, let's jab step, let's tween, whatever we got to do. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying being able to get from point A to point B, 1 through 5, is a game changer.
Most definitely. So let's talk about next level high IQ camp. You're also the founder of that. What inspired you to start the camp?
It's like we were just talking about. Um, I was just watching I was watching basketball, and I was like, it's a lot of bad plays, and it's a lot of people who just don't understand the when, the where, the why, and and I don't talk bad. I don't talk bad. I don't talk bad about other camps. I love every other camp, because everybody, they got to grind for it. They got to work for it. But I know for us, like we're preaching those reads. We're so we're taking the time to, when somebody messes up on a rep, we're taking the time to show everybody like what it is, what it's supposed to be. We're talking through it. We're fixing uh, church. We're fixing mistakes, and we're teaching the game. We got a film session that that we do with every single group, and it's 30 minutes, and we study guys from every single level, from Division 1 to NAIA to Division 3. Like, so it's just awesome, just being able, just like I said, to be consistent with that. And like, there's kids and parents who tell us every single year, like, you got one of the best camps in the country, and like it's awesome to hear. Super humble, but like it's just awesome to hear that we're doing something right.
So it was your 6th year. You started guys started out working with the guards, and
Yes,
you said you added a couple like bigs.
yes. Oh, sorry. Shout out to my co-director, Chris Moses. One of the best trainers in the state. Amazing dude. I love that dude. He believes in us. He believes in our vision. Um, he's an assistant coach, Lindsey Wilson, now too. So I'm super excited for him. But I had to mention him too,
Why is basketball IQ a major emphasis at your camp?
because at the end of the day, everybody wants to win, whether you say it or not. And again, when you understand the when, the where, and the why, it leads to winning plays, because now you're understanding, if I'm driving here and that corner side help, if he's creeping up just a little bit, boom, I'm gonna sling that pass to him, right? That's like just certain reads. Like, I know if I'm driving baseline, and this help side defender, if he's ball watching, that 45 cut's coming. Like, I'm gonna dish to him. I'm gonna throw a little oop to him, whatever. And that's basketball IQ plays. And yeah, you got to teach. You got to teach them that
What's the biggest improvement you typically see from the campers?
though. Understanding the game and situations, and just understanding the pick and roll situations, the your spacing situations, just when you're getting to the rim, how are we playing, how are we playing Are we off two? Are we stride stepping? Are we going off? Are we going off the opposite leg? Like, what are we doing? You know, so just teaching them again the win though.
What age group do you work with?
Um, for that camp, we go freshmen to seniors, incoming freshmen to seniors, and sometimes we have a couple post grad kids if they want to come because these last couple years I've been trying to get a few more college coaches coming from time to time, like Hayden Shelton. He popped up last year. My boy Felix Wilson at Marshalltown, he popped up. Zach Freeman, he popped up, who's at Berea before, and just it's just been cool to see that. So
What can parents expect? If they send their kid to your camp?
we work we work from the start of camp until it's over. But you're going to be around, going to be around guys. First off, how we do our staff is very cool, and like I think it's different. Like we'll get a player from each level to come work the camp. They might be current, they might be past. They they come work the camp. So the so every single station is filled. We got Pedro Bradshaw too, who's hooping in the TBT right now. He's up for the $2 million actually, too. So like he works my camp every single year. I love Dro. He's super consistent. He's great. I work his camp too. That's my dog. But like but our staff is just unique. We got college players, got college coaches, um, and everybody they have a lot of knowledge and for those hours you're around guys who just are where you want to be, and like I think that really helps them a lot because they're who's fixing the mistakes is the players. They're fixing the current college players or the past college players, whatever, like all Americans, pros, whatever it is. Like you're going to respect them. It matters, So I just think that's been difference maker for us, and just showing up and just bringing our best every single time. And we're fixing mistakes and we're having fun. We're having fun though. We got we got a DJ who comes every single year.
Nice.
One of my guys, the DJ already from Maysville, Kentucky. He's awesome. He pops up every single year. Got Mr. Kentucky, Trent Grayson, but who does photos and videos. That's my guy too. So it's been awesome.
Where do you hope you take the camp over the next few years?
I don't know. It'll be very interesting because I think just like I said, we got our blueprint. So right now it's just keeping it growing, but we don't want to grow so much that we lose us. You know, uh, like we do one camp a year right now, and everybody they want us to do a middle school one, a girls one, or like another one, and I'm just like I don't want it to lose its meaning because when you're invited to this, it matters. It matters. So
You just don't want to water it down and
no,
lose why people want to come to your camp, right? So
the
you've
value of it,
coached,
yeah,
yeah, just the value. You've coached at multiple stops: Rio Grande, Asbury University, recently at Tennessee Wesleyan.
yeah.
How has each stop like shaped you as a coach?
You learn like you're you're in the fire. You're in the fire with them every single day. And that I love coaching because it's confrontation. And you might suggest something and they might be like in the time, what are you talking about? And then you're just like, and you gotta manage it. And like you just gotta understand that your word matters. But like there's a time and a place when you need to talk. And there's a time and a place when you got to pat everybody on the butt. Uh, you know, and I think each stop is different because each coach is different. And and like you learn and you take stuff away from every single coach. And I've been blessed to work for Ken French, for Will Schaus and Randy Casey, and now Ty Compton. So so like I've had and have some just tremendous coaches.
Which stop challenged you the most?
I would say Asbury. Um, at first because it was COVID, so wasn't
Oh.
nothing open. I went there as just a volunteer coach. I worked my way up to be paid some, but like he really didn't know me. He took the word from Ken French, who was at Rio, and then I went in there and I just showed my worth, and it was a process because but I really loved it, and that's when I really became confident in what I do too. I think at that certain time, and then Tennessee Wesleyan, um, I did a lot. I did a lot of stuff, and I'm grateful for it because like it taught me so much, and like it just taught me how to work every single day, and like it taught me more of the business side of it too that I didn't know like previously, like at the college level. So
So as assistant coach, you're doing a lot of the recruiting. How have you evolved as a
Um, man, I would say when I first started, I wanted to take every good kid there was. I probably did. Now, because I'm just learning. Well, I knew this already because, but character is everything. If you can't trust them, you can't recruit them. You know what I'm saying. And then to be honest, like right now, at UPIKE, like if you can't shoot, it's gonna be really hard for us to recruit you because that's how we play. We play with spacing, you know. So just stuff like that. Yeah.
what qualities do you value the most when you're recruiting players?
Energy givers. Energy givers. How many high fives are you giving? Dude, are you rooting for your teammates? Are you arguing with your coach? How's your body language? Like how do you respond to the next play after you just turned it over? All those things matter.
So it's just not scoring the basketball.
Yeah, so I didn't even mention that. You know what I'm saying?
I
I,
know.
I didn't even mention that. So like to be honest, it wasn't even thought in my head because like if somebody can play, I know that. What else? Who are they? What type of person are they?
Exactly. You announced today you're a new assistant coach at UPIKE. How
Yeah.
did that opportunity with UPIKE come together?
Um, it was crazy actually. It's been it's been in play for about a month, but it was like official like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So one of my coaching friends, he called me and he was like, "What do you think about you, Pike?" And I was just like, "That's tough because that's same conference, right? You know, it's a little different, a little touchy, but I think when you just look at it, when you look at the brand, when you look at the the pipeline, the resources, and just what Compton has built there. I just think has built there like after Coach Wells and all them, and like he's been consistent and just knowing he's gonna let me go in there. He's gonna trust me. He's gonna believe in me, and like he's gonna let me be me. So I just couldn't say no. Um, um, I just and my campus visit was awesome, and like it just solidified stuff for me. And in Pikeville, they love Pikeville basketball, and it's huge there. And I'm just excited to be around that, to keep growing, to keep learning.
What made UPIKE feel like the right fit for you?
Um, Again, the fit, just getting to be able to get out there a little bit more, to be able to recruit around Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana a little bit more, like stuff like that. Especially because like, but I got roots other places too, because but my main two roots are Ohio and Kentucky, of course. So it's just like just being at and like I got a lot of relationships just with a lot of the top players in the state. It's a lot of the coaches and stuff. And like it just made sense. It's closer to home for me, to my family. They're everything to me, so they'll be able to come more. My friends, like it's just the situation was just something that just I couldn't pass up. I'm blessed, so thankful.
What excites you the most about coaching or joining the Bears?
The national recognition, the expectations that come with it, I love it. I love it. You want to. A lot of people don't want to be the hunted, don't mind being the hunted. I think it's fun. I think it's fun figuring out ways how to win, how to be special, how to figure it out when everything's uh, going wrong too. And in that conference, Pikeville, they're the hunted. Everybody's out for them. Everybody wants to be UPIKE, and I can't wait. I can't wait to wear this polo and just bring my best with it.
Have you had the opportunity to meet the guys, the players?
Um, no, but no, because but I've coached against them. I know Jalen Rigdon for years. I've known him since he was a kid. You know, some of those other kids I met at like camps and stuff too. So that doesn't really worry me. Like I'm a relationship person, so like that really never worries me.
What type of culture are you trying to help build at UPike?
I mean, of course, expectations are to win, that- but just showing up every day, putting our hard hat on, and as we said, just being consistent and just helping Ty just find ways for for us to be better. Like whatever it that we need to be better at, just finding ways and making his job easier, making the guys' job easier every single day, instilling confidence in them every single day.
What kind of player fits UPike basketball?
As we said earlier, got to be able to shoot. Um, but but really though, like truthfully, high character guys who know how to play, who know how to play some, who who just who want to win, who's not who's going to be problem solvers, not who's going to be problem fixers, not problem solvers, right?
Yeah.
So we want guys who's going to show up every single day and just work and just work and just grind and wear Pikeville with pride.
What should the Bears fans expect from you guys this season?
Um, It'll be interesting to be honest. We lost us a lot of pieces last year. Lost All American bunch, lost one of the best punkers in the country, Warwick's. Just with cut lip toughness. That's lost a lot but I also think there's a lot of talent returning. I think Rigdon, I think Zion, Copley. I can go on and on. Robbie Todd. That's they're going. That's expectations, man. I mean, are still to win, but just figuring it out. We got to figure out who's going to be that leader uh, this year. Who's going to be the go-to guy this year? We got to figure that out. Those are question marks right now, but that's exciting because I can't wait to get to work with them.
Sweet. So recruiting in 2026, you've got the NIL, the transfer portal, and the new 5-for-5 rule.
Yeah.
How have those things changed your job?
Um, for me, it hasn't been a ton to be honest with you because it doesn't hurt us a lot. Now, there's probably about 10 programs at our level who do pay though, like now, and like Division twos, they're spacing it out a little bit more now. So like we, so like we might lose a couple kids due to some NIL money, but like it's nothing crazy for us, like personally. But like because but you can make $5,000 a month, like and you're hooping, look, go make that. And that's the it doesn't make you if that makes you happy, if that's the right situation for you, go do that. I will never say I will never say nothing wrong about that. You know, go make your money, but don't make the decision because of the money, right?
Yeah, I read something today about, kids or young men or players, like, instead of seeking the right fit or opportunity, they're looking at just the monetary or the money or the benefits of the money,
What
and
what
instead of the right fit to grow, develop or to
yeah.
win.
You're 1000%
So,
right.
it's
And to be honest, I think a lot of that is on the parents and some of these coaches because they're chasing money too, instead of chasing fit, instead of chasing what's best for that kid. Those kids are still kids at the end of the day. That regardless, that I mean, it's a
I mean,
21-year old with $600,000. He don't know what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But you got people leeching and stuff. So it's just a different world. Now the portal, we deal with that even though we don't have an actual portal at our level, but like we lose kids, we get kids from the portal too. So
yeah, and I think, in the microwave society, like, you got to show now instead of the long term, your long term development, or like your long term goals, like, get it now instead of 5 years down the road.
yeah,
Um, so, as a coach, what advice do you give for recruits? Like, a high school recruit right now, what kind of advice could you give them?
don't worry about who wants you right now. Get better, stay in the gym. How can you help your team win? And how can you improve by helping your team win? What are you bringing? Because I tell everybody this, like especially at this level, you're probably going to have one guy who's averaging 17, another couple guys who's averaging 15 to 13, whatever it is. So if you're not one of those guys, what else are you bringing to the table? What else are you able to do?
What are coaches looking for beyond stats?
Energy givers, energy givers, character, next play mentality, body language. We're looking at everything that people they don't think we're looking at.
Exactly. How important are grades?
Huge, huge because like you don't make good grades in high school, it's going to be very hard to trust you at the college level. It's going to be very hard.
What about? I mean, you talked about character. What role does that play? As you as assistant coach, what role does that play for a recruit or a player?
I'm not bringing anybody to I'm not bringing anybody to my head coach who I don't trust. If I don't trust you myself, I'm not bringing them because that's my job. That's my name on the line too. Yeah, so like for me, that's one of my biggest things.
Social media. It can help and it can hurt. What should
Yeah,
players know about social media?
post it, but don't overdo it. The the, the don't overdo it. And I'm not telling anybody how to live, but there's no way you're posting 20 times in a day like somebody's going to actually watch that. Like you're going to post something, like post something 3 to 4 minutes of you making plays, of you guarding, you making shots, you making people better. Like that's like do that because that's going to catch people's eyes instead of 20 clips or whatever it is. That's you know what I'm saying, like that you want to have something because I can't even explain how many emails, how many text messages, how many how many Twitter messages, Instagram DMs I get. And I'm sorry, but it's very, very hard to go through all of them. Like it's so many of them. But like if you stick out, we might have something though. So just varies.
What does a coach look for on social media that will catch your eyes?
Again, character. Char- char- Character matters. Your post matters. If you listen to certain type of music, that's cool. You, know, you keep that to yourself though. But we don't need to hop on your mixtape and it's got 90 cuss words. That's tough because how do we sell that how do we sell that to somebody? You know what I'm saying? We can, but sometimes that makes our job little more tougher than what it needs to be. And I just think your image your image on social media, it needs to match you in real life too. I'm huge on that.
What mistakes are you seeing recruits make today?
Um, just like I said with some of their posts and just stuff like that, and 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 they don't understand that if you're cussing and stuff on Twitter, well now X, whatever it is, um, like in 10 years ago, if one of your employers, if they're looking up your name and they find one of those videos, ah, that's tough, right? So just watch what you post.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're looking for somebody to represent UPIKE, the university. Like your job is to win basketball games, but at the
Yeah,
same time, UPIKE. So the school doesn't want that image, right? I mean, they want to win basketball games, but then they don't want the image, a negative image.
right.
So it's hard for you to separate that, and you can't take someone with like no character or like their character is not the same that is it on social media as it is in your
Yep,
program.
you're right. Yep.
And one thing you talk about consistently is your ability to build relationships. Why is relationship building so important?
You got to show them that you care about them more than just being a basketball player. Yes, this basketball stuff is cool. It's awesome. It is. But how are you today? That's something because that I would ask my guys, how how are you today? How's your family? Like, is everything okay? Like I'm genuinely invested into them. And just like I told you, when they know that, they're gonna run through walls for you.
How do you earn trust from your players?
I think trust I think trust comes from you teaching and and them seeing what you're talking about. Like that's the trust. That's the trust part because like if they don't see that if what you're saying, if it doesn't match up, if you're coaching, how do I trust you? I'm sorry, but how do I trust you? Like I can't. So it's got to match up. It's got to make sense. You got to teach again the when, the where, and the why. When you can teach that, when they start understanding that, it really helps everything else, and really helps the relationship, bro. And when they know that you got your back, that you got their back every single time, and you're going to be honest with them, and there's going to be days where they don't like you, but who cares? This is a family. I don't like my family every single day, but guess what? I love you enough to tell you that you were wrong, and that's okay. If I'm wrong, you need to be like, "Hey, coach, that wasn't right there." I'm gonna be like, "Okay, you're right. You're right. That was my fault."
What's your coaching style?
Um, I think I think it would be. How can I answer that?
Are you more of a teacher or are you more of a motivator?
Both, both. I would say both. I'm huge. That's because I'm huge on motivational stuff. That's how that's how I start my mornings off with that every single morning. To be honest with you, um, like Inky Johnson, Eric Thomas, I watch them every single morning. So that's huge for me. some motivational stuff for sure. Just like on a scout, like I'll post a link to just a video or just a quote, and like it's something that catches their attention, and like it matches our scout somewhere throughout too. So like I get their eyes, and and then teaching. It's just being able to teach them. Okay, we're running Zoom. They're coming off this every single time. They're on our hip. This next time we need a split cut. We need a curl, whatever it is, because we need to get them off our back. And then next time we pop again. Just stuff like that.
What do you hope your guys say about you after they're finished playing?
Um, he cares about me. He cares about me more than basketball. He cares about me. He taught me a lot. He's a good person, and and I'm gonna take something away from him to help me be a good dad, a good boss, whatever it is. Like I just want that impact to matter.
Let's have a little fun with some rapid fire. Who was your favorite NBA player growing up?
My favorite what?
NBA player.
Oh, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, and now Kyrie Irving.
Favorite college coach. Hmm.
Tough one. Um, love, love, love. Roy Williams, love him. Co- Coach K, it was tremendous. Gino, amazing. There's so many coaches. Um, Gosh, I don't really have a favorite.
Do you have a favorite basketball movie or book?
I love blue chips. Love it, love it.
From the isn't
It's
that from the 90s, like 92,
Yeah,
just Shaq?
yeah,
That
yeah, man.
movie.
Just very cool. It's just very cool to see because everybody thinks that players, they just started getting paid. No, players have been getting paid. That it was just under the table. You know what I'm saying? And it just brings because that's what we're dealing with right now. Everything, everything that happened in blue chips, we're dealing with it right now. So I just think it's funny to see how that matches up.
Who's the toughest player you coached?
Whew, man. Um, Terry, Terry Roberts Jr., one of the most talented players I've ever got to coach. Tay Hardy, talented. Devin Cambridge, talented. Shamari Allen, talented. J- Jason Preston, of course. Bryson Langdon. Man, I got a bunch of names, man. And like it's just so, it's been cool to see everybody just do their different paths and do different things. There's certain guys in the G League who who played in the league. There's certain guys who's overseas. They're killing. It's just awesome. So
Favorite gym you've coached in?
that's a tough one. It, oh man. Um, Shoot, you stumped me. Um, I would say UTC's gym. That that's pretty cool one. Just cause how big it is, that big old arena, and just their basket their basketball arena is one of the best mid major ones in the country. So
I really like UPIKE's place.
I love it. I love it.
It's
I
pretty
love it.
nice.
New court's being done too. So
Oh, really?
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
It will be dope.
Dream.
It will be dope to see.
This is a good one. Dream place to coach one day.
You know, if this was me when I first started, I would say North Carolina.
Coffee or
Now,
energy? Oh, now.
huh?
Let's hear now. Let's hear
Yeah.
now.
Now I don't really have a choice. I just want to be where where just I'm wanted, where just I'm valued. And like that's my biggest thing now. And like it's crazy just seeing the little growth of chasing it to letting it come.
Coffee or energy drink?
Coffee. Coffee. I'll do a Red Bull every now and then or something like that, or like a Celsius or whatever. That's you've been killing that though.
Yeah.
No, but definitely it'd be coffee. But if I drink coffee, it's 1 cup a day.
What's your favorite pregame meal? You got a ritual or like something like
Pasta,
that?
pasta, chicken Alfredo. Love it.
That's my fave too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fire.
One coach you'd love to spend a day learning from.
Ooh. Hmm. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We str- strangely enough, Tom Izzo, because I think to be consistent, to not change who you are in this time, and to still be able to get those certain results. Like every year, they're good. Like they're competing for just a chance at a Final Four every single year, and to be able to do that, and to be able to still hold them accountable every single game, and whether it's heated arguments or whatever it is, but afterwards you're hugging them, you're calling them. I think that matters, and like I love coaches who genuinely care about the guys, and like I know Izzo, yeah, regardless of everything else that's happened or happened, he cares about his guys.
Most definitely. Your favorite basketball memory?
I would say uh, uh, I would say uh, probably not. I would not name the player, but he played in the league for like 11 years. Um, and we played them in AAU, and I had a good game. I probably had about 25 or something like that. But he gave me 40,
Oh,
and I was like, I'm good, but I'm kind of figuring it out right now that I'm not like that. So yeah, so yeah,
kind of knocked your confidence down a little bit, right?
yeah. I was like, okay, I see what I got to do now a little bit more.
All right, we're getting ready to close out, but your message to young players, if you're in middle school or high school player watching today, what's one piece of advice you give them?
Work, work, enjoy the work, and enjoy the process. Don't rush it. Have fun too. Be a kid at the same time. Like yes, work like every chance you get, but find the balance to be a kid too a little bit at the same time because that matters and the and those experiences are something that you'll never get back a day in your life ever again, so enjoy them.
What should they focus on today instead of worrying about offers?
Improvement. Get better. Get better. Learn the terminology. Learn the when, where, and why, and really be able the to make shots and to have the pride to guard and bring energy to everything that you do.
What separates players who make it from those that don't?
Consistency. Consistency, man. Consistency. Like show be, 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 being at that gym at five in the morning, even when when you don't feel like being there. Um, you're getting 100 swishers or whatever you're getting. Like I'm not leaving this gym until this is done. Like you got to get your work in first. Work before the fun, right?
Yeah. Coach, well, last question, but I think you've already hit the nail on the head. How important is consistency?
Huge. That's who you are. If you're not consistent, you if you're not consistent, you might get something, but you'll never be able to keep it, right? So
Well, Coach, man, congratulations again on becoming the new assistant coach at University of UPIKE. I
appreciate
appreciate
it.
you taking the time to share your journey,
Of
your
course.
experiences in player development, your recruiting
Thank you.
philosophy, and your vision of UPIKE basketball. Super excited to watch your impact on the program and what's ahead for you guys. Man, thank you so much for joining the podcast, and thank you everyone.
My pleasure.
You know, yeah, for watching another episode of Pure Prospects podcast. If you enjoyed tonight's episode or conversation with Coach Tall, be sure to subscribe, like, and share this interview with a player, parent, or coach. Follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and on Substack for player evals, recruiting news, interviews like this one, and basketball coverage from across the country. Until next time, I'm Cody Thomas. This has been another episode of the Pure Prospects podcast. Thank you so much for coming on, Coach.
Appreciate you, man. Have a
I
good
wish
one.
you the best, dude. Wish you
See
the
you.
best.
You